Morning. U.S. President Donald Trump leaves today for the first major international tour of his second term. He's going to stop in Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates. The trip comes as Hamas is expected to release its last known living American hostage. So joining us with more to set this trip up is retired Major General David Fraser. Good to have you back with us.
Anne-Marie, good to be with you.
So Qatar has been the key mediator in the Israel-Hamas war. What needs to happen on this trip to move the needle?
Well, I think a whole bunch of things have to happen on this trip. Qatar is being instrumental in the release of the hostages. We are going to see, hopefully, the release of the American and maybe some news on the release of the final 20-odd hostages that are alive. And most of all, what Trump's going to be looking for is deals, investment deals to the United States from these three countries that he's visiting so that he can actually move the dial on the economy.
Hamas says it hopes the freeing of its last living American hostage will help achieve a ceasefire. Israel, on the other hand, says it will expand its military offensive against Gaza if no deal is reached by the end of this trip. How hopeful are you that one can be reached?
Well, I think what the United States is looking for and the president is more what he can do for his own country and for his economy. I think what we're starting to see is a little bit of daylight between the United States and Israel because, we're getting the American hostage out, but at the same time, Israel is carrying on with the operations on Gaza. So, maybe we're going to hear some of what the Arab nations are going to say, what they want to see as a peace settlement for that area, and what can the United States do to broker a peace between Israel and the rest of the Arab nations.
This really is a major trip. It also comes at a critical moment for U.S. nuclear talks with Iran. What are the stakes of the deal if the tensions in the Middle East continue to expand?
United States is on hyperdrive right now with how many actions they've got going around the world, and especially with their direct talks with Iran and Wickoff, their emissary that's out there. At the same time, the president wants to rename the Persian Gulf, the Arabian Gulf. There's a lot at stake here, and most of all is trying to stop Iran from getting a nuclear weapon. And again, this is going to be going on at the same time as the United States is talking to the Arab neighbors, and there's not a lot of love lost between all these people. So it's a real diplomatic challenge for the United States.
What do you believe the U.S. president is looking to come home with? Once he arrives back in American soil, what's he going to want to tell the people of America that he's done?
He got a hostage and he got $1 trillion of investment going back into the United States that he can say is going to help out with the economy. And he's going to be selling a lot more American goods to the Middle East, to these three nations. And he might even come home with an airplane.
Yes, well, there is that story as well. David Fraser, great to have you with us this morning. Thank you.
Anne-Marie, thank you.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.